Hi guys, I'm here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Just downloaded the SU3 update and testing it out here in VR. I'm in San Diego and I just wanted to give it a try. I went ahead and made some adjustments to the settings, but kept them relatively about the same as what I used to have them, around the medium quality. And so far I don't know, I've noticed a few stutters. We'll see how it goes. It might be stuttery a little bit until it kind of settles down and maybe loads everything. So I'm going to go ahead and take off here and we'll see how things go. So I just want to make sure my controllers are, hold on, okay. Just wanted to make sure my controllers were set, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this dialog box off for now. It's nice to see some aircraft on the ground. Like I said, I had to have them completely turned off in the previous version just because it was very bad performing. And let's go ahead and gear up. So there's a couple little stutters there. Definitely noticing the stutters, and of course that aircraft. Just I guess I'm going in the wrong direction, but anyways, I want to give it the benefit of the doubt because like it says, it's there are new settings, and I have increased certain things like aircraft on the ground and in the air, which is something I normally have off just to increase performance. So I want to kind of see how it actually works. If you guys haven't seen the last couple videos I posted, I have switched back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, mainly because as you noticed there were a couple big stutters, and in 2020 it is really smooth, like just beautifully smooth. I flew the Airbus A320 yesterday from Athens, Greece to Thessaloniki, Greece, and I'll be posting that video here shortly, and it was just amazing, just very smooth. I don't have to worry about any stuttering whatsoever, and with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 I have my settings on high, versus here I have to put everything on medium. So it's one of those things, like I'm definitely noticing a lot of stuttering. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but there's definitely a lot of stuttering going on, and the settings are definitely quite a bit less than what I normally have, like in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So it's things like this that just don't make it enjoyable for me to fly in VR with 2024. I love the sim in other ways. I feel like there's a lot of improvements, for maybe the physics and certain graphic qualities, and the seasons, and there's just certain things that I do like about it. But let me I'm gonna try to land, see if I can go back there and land, and yeah, I just want it to work nicely, like not have any issues whatsoever. I know that might be a stretch, but like Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 just seems so stable and nice. It's very enjoyable, and to fly in VR, let's put it that way. Now, I have been flying in 2D with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and I've been getting some very good performance with that. But as far as virtual reality goes, it's just a little bit it's just unfortunate, I'm just flying around right now, and I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but I definitely am, and I'm feeling it. And let me go ahead and check really quick here. Alright, so I'm about 60, let's just say 66, 67 frames per second. The latency seems a little bit on the higher side. And 58, 43, 52. Like it's just kind of like all over the place. You can definitely see 39, 52. And I'm just going to show you guys really quick. I'm just going to pause the simulator here. Let me get it out of the VR here just in case it doesn't freeze on me. But I want you guys to see the settings that I'm using for VR. And it's very similar to what I've always used. I got DLSS on balanced, whereas on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, I can have it on quality. This max frame rate, I turned it on. Basically, I have it at 36 because I am using the synchronous space warp. And, you know, my goal is 72 frames per second anyways. So, and I do have the dynamic settings. I got that set to 75. And as far as like the settings go here, I've got terrain level of detail and object level of detail at 100. I got medium pretty much on everything, as far as like the buildings, trees, plants, rocks, grass, all that stuff. And I've gone ahead and turned off the sane tension just so I can talk to you guys here. You know, water waves are medium, and as you can see here, everything is pretty standard as far as like what I pretty much, you know, have used in the past. And I even turned off sea and fauna, and you know, I've got like the aircraft traffic medium, you know, parked aircraft quality on low. So it's just a mixture of low, medium, maybe a couple things on high, but for the most part, everything is on medium and balanced DLSS. So, you know, this in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, like I says, I have this on quality, and I have pretty much all of this on high. And everything else is pretty much on high or ultra, that sort of thing. And I get a really smooth performance of 72 frames per second. So let's go back here. Oh. The 72 frames per second there, 65, it fluctuates, you know? I don't know why it's fluctuating so much. 57, 67. It seems a little bit better right now. But not really that much. Like, it just kind of ruins the immersion. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put my gear down. All right, and I don't know where the airport is yet. I kind of lost it. But yeah, as you guys can see though, the quality is just, I think it's right ahead there. Okay, I see it. I'm gonna head towards the airport there. And I'll keep the overlay, the performance overlay on, just so you guys can see it. Man, it's just so, it's such a bummer because I do love this, you know, sim in other ways. Like when I'm flying in 2D, it works nice. Like I just wish that the performance was better in VR. You know, it's just a bummer. Because I really want it to work, and they've definitely made some improvements. There's no doubt about it. Like I says, the controls section, that was a real you know, annoying thing before, and now it seems to be working nice and smoothly. So that in itself right there is big for me, because I don't want to waste a whole hour trying to bind an aircraft. You know, I want to be able to just go ahead and make those changes nice and quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and put the flaps 1 on here. I am flying the Just Flight Piper Arrow 4 turbo, I believe. Oh no, it's actually the 3 turbo. Piper Arrow 3 turbo. Okay, let's go flaps 2. Yeah, other than that, man, it's a beautiful sim. Like, you know, when I look at like the aircraft and just everything else looks really nice. I just, you know, I don't want to have to buy a supercomputer just to be able to use the flight simulator nicely in VR. Let's go full flaps. It's nice to see some aircraft on the ground though. Which, like I said before, I had that turned off. Which maybe if I turned it off, maybe it would be better, but I don't know why I need to do that, you know? Like I have traffic on in 2020, no problem. Yeah, there's a little stutter there at the end, just as I landed. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to do this quick video here just to kind of give you guys a little glimpse as far as what you can expect in VR with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 with a new SU3 update. I am in San Diego, and you know, I hope you guys get a better experience than what I do. I am running this on a i9 13900H. It's got 64 gigabytes of RAM. I have an NVIDIA 4080 laptop GPU with 12 gigabytes of VRAM. And yeah, so and I am using the Quest 3 as far as the headset goes. But, you know, I'm going to do a couple more flights just to make sure. And I like that they gave you the option to, let me just go ahead and show you really quick. I'm just going to go back here. Just want to show you guys a couple of the new features, and you guys may already know this, but you know, I like that you can actually choose like character quantity, low, medium, or high, or ultra, you know, characters variety, characters quality. You know, I like that it gives you the ability to lower these or, you know, make them higher or whatever. Airport services quantity, you know, the variety, and the parked aircraft quantity, parked aircraft variety. The same with aircraft. You know, it's nice to have these options to be able to go ahead and, you know, change these to low, medium, high, or ultra. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna have to give this, you know, a couple more tries here to see. You know, I do plan on flying it in 2D. Well, there you go. It actually just shut down on me. So that was a crashed desktop. I didn't do anything there, guys. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was definitely a crash to desktop. And wow, it's just unfortunate, you know, that things like that are still happening. And I'm just going to leave it right there, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, got something out of it. If you did, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.